What is up? It has been a very long time since I have updated you guys on anything, and well, a lot has happened since the last video I posted, so I will go ahead and fill you in. This past year has been absolutely insane. I had a bunch of stuff going on, no time to film, no time to edit, no time to really do car stuff, but now things are freeing up. So I left off with my last video on the red IS doing the AR5 swap, which I kind of didn't complete in the first video. I was gonna make a part 2. Bunch of issues started snowballing on that swap. I had a bunch of problems and basically didn't really have time to film it because I was just trying to knock the transmission out for an event that was coming up. So I didn't really have time to shoot, didn't really have time to edit, just wanted to get the car running and driving. So that's kind of why I don't have a part 2, but I will fill you in on what I did and how I accomplished getting the swap done in time. So we got a new member of the shop. This is Kodak. Some of you guys have seen him before. He is very goofy. I need to move all of these cars out of the garage and take this one out. So right after I got done finishing the AR5 swap video, the part 1, I essentially had all the rest of the parts ready to be slapped on, started taking care of that. I started getting some insane shaking at about 50 miles an hour, and it progressively got worse to the point where I couldn't even like see out of the mirrors because they were shaking so bad. The whole windows, seats, everything was just shaking violently, so I couldn't drive the car. Had to tear everything back apart, take the transmission out, take the drive shaft out, all that stuff had to come out. I thought maybe clutch was a problem, flywheel, but everything looked okay. Turns out that drive shaft on this car is a one-piece from drift motion, and for some odd reason it has some kind of death wobble to it. So I was going to get it shipped off and rebalanced, but went ahead and just put it back in, tightened everything to spec, and it kind of sorted itself out. So after the first drift event with the AR5 swap, I have this insane wobble again. So I'm guessing it's the drive shaft. I'm gonna have to take it out and check. So I'm gonna go ahead and move all these cars out of the way, grab the IS, pull it out, and see what's going on with that transmission. All of those cars were completely dead, so I had to jump start each and every one of them. And it is hot today. Got the last one here, which is the IS. Let's hope that it doesn't need a jump. Yep, battery's completely dead. All right, let's try this again. Sweet. I'm about to run everything over here. Oh shit. That didn't sound good. Oh my God, there's pallets on the ground. Let's see how messed up my splitter got. Yep, it is done for. That pallet really broke it. Oh well, I can make a new one. Alrighty, got this thing on the lift. We gotta figure out what's going on with this transmission. Might have to tighten these bolts if they're loose, but something is shaking like crazy at high RPM, or high speeds, I should say. And as for a part 2 on the AR5 swap, pretty much all I had to do was get a trans mount that fits the trans cross member. I had to get a throwout bearing for the transmission. The clutch, flywheel, all that stuff fit perfect. No issues there. This adapter plate I did have to shave down because it was touching the top of the shifter housing. So I had to grind both of those down just a little bit. And I had to get some new bolts for the rear because I didn't want to use the ones that were provided. And I had to get a few new bolts for the drive shaft here that were just a little bit shorter because I didn't want them touching. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up, put it in 5th gear, let it idle, and then check the drive shaft to see how the balance is on that. If the drive shaft looks good, then I will have... Tree just fell. Cool. But if the drive shaft is balanced, then I will see what is causing vibration. So now that I know the drive shaft is the problem, I'm gonna try to get that thing rebalanced. But I'm gonna drive the car home tonight and see if I can diagnose the other issues with it as far as like shaking and stuff like that. So on a side note, I do have some very unfortunate news. I was driving my CRX to work a couple weeks ago and the timing belt blew up on it. I was just cruising on the highway and the timing belt just snapped. I'm gonna try to put a new timing belt on here and see if the engine's still good. Didn't bend any valves, but yeah, as you can see, this does not look good. Belt completely snapped on it. Kind of sad about it because I can't drive this car anymore. I actually just redid all the interior on it and sound system and everything like that, but you know, this kind of stuff does happen. It's an old vehicle. It is cool though. This was actually my first car. But until then, it sits under the awning since I can't put it in the garage. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the IS, transmission, and everything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it home, and I'll see you guys on the next one.